Reed's popular and innovative Universal Pipe Cutter, or UPC models, are capable of cutting through a variety of pipe, such as cast or ductile iron, PVC, PE, steel pipe, clay, and concrete pipe in one revolution. It is available in 3 different size models for pipe diameters up to 48 inches. The UPC is easy and safe to use. It requires minimal training and maintenance time. It provides an accurate cut of pipe diameters up to 48 inches and has a fast setup and cutting time. You can estimate about 1 minute total for each inch of pipe diameter. The UPC only needs a 12-inch clearance around the pipe. It can be used in trench situations, above ground, and even underwater. It is also very portable and easy to carry. The UPC comes with all of these accessories. It is powered by an air compressor. The requirements are at least 50 cubic feet per minute at 90 psi maximum. Please refer carefully to the instructions given in the owner's manual on the use of air compressors. We will now demonstrate the proper assembly, setup, and operation of the UPC. Assembling the unit onto the pipe requires first retracting the motor bracket to its uppermost position by turning the feed knob counterclockwise. Connect the 13-link chain and turnbuckle assembly to the motor unit with the release pin. Extend the turnbuckle to the outermost position. Have someone hold the unit while you hook the connecting frame to the chain. Then wrap the chain around the pipe and connect it to the other side of the UPC. Tighten the turnbuckle so the unit is snug but can be rotated. Remember, the cutter should always be mounted on the section of pipe that is not being removed. To align the cutter, you must rotate the UPC around the pipe once. To check the tracking accuracy, mark the pipe at one of the motor unit rollers. Then rotate the unit once. If the tracking is off, loosen the turnbuckle and check the chain hook connections. Then retighten the turnbuckle and retract the unit. The next step is choosing the right blade for the job and attaching it to the unit. Please refer to the Reed catalog or UPC manual for the blade selection chart. This will help you determine the right blade needed for your particular pipe cutting application. Remove the blade guard by loosening the 2 screws at the top of the guard. Install the selected blade on the 5/8-inch arbor shoulder. Install the flange with the relieved side toward the blade and screw on the lock nut. The UPC motor shaft rotates in a counterclockwise direction. While holding the supplied wrench on the 7/8-inch arbor flats, tighten the arbor lock nut. The blade must be fully seated on the arbor shoulder and be flush against the face of the arbor. When the blade is properly attached, be sure to reattach the blade guard. Never operate the UPC without the blade guard attached. Now it is time to connect the air compressor to the UPC. Connect the air hose to the coupling on the back side of the motor by turning into place. Also, carefully review the operating instructions of the air compressor provided by the manufacturer. It is absolutely necessary to use the filter, regulator, and lubricator, or FRL, while running the pneumatic UPC to help maximize motor life. Before you pressurize the unit, fill the oiler with the oil provided with the UPC. Set the air pressure at 90 psi maximum, or 6 bar for metric users. When the proper pressure is attained, push up on the knob to the locked position. After opening the valve to allow airflow, Adjust the knob on the top of the oiler to 5 to 6 drops of oil per minute, observed through the sight window in the knob. Be sure to read and understand the instructions for the proper use of the FRL assembly. After filling the water tank to about 3/4 full, tightly close and pressurize the tank by pumping the handle. Attach the hose end to the blade guard. The water will help cool the blade while cutting. Loosen the blade guard locking knob until the swing guard rests on the pipe. Turn the feed knob in a clockwise direction to lower the blade close to the pipe. Do not let it touch the pipe. The motor bracket locking knob should be tight, yet allow the bracket to slide. Open the valve on the motor. This begins the blade rotation, so keep your hands clear of the blade. Open the valve on the water tank to begin the cooling process. Note the position of the depth gauge pointer. Depending on the pipe thickness, turn the feed knob clockwise until the pointer indicates the desired depth of the cutter, allowing 1/4 inch to 1/2 inch beyond the depth of cut. Slowly feed the blade into the pipe. Rotate the UPC in the direction of the arrow on top of the motor bracket. As you proceed with the cut, space wedges about every 9 to 12 inches. As you can see, the UPC is easy to assemble and operate. When cutting the pipe, run the blade up out of the pipe before shutting down the UPC. Otherwise, if the pipe shifts, it could cause the blade to bind or wedge. This demonstration is meant only as a visual guide to its operation. Please refer to the user's manual for complete instructions on how to use and care for the universal pipe cutter. Always follow these guidelines for UPC maintenance. Grease the motor at the fittings. Rinse off the inside of the saw blade cover and the machine. Cover the air intake port with the end cap for storage. Hose off the UPC exterior and wipe down the unit. Inspect and clean the rollers. Inspect the blade. Occasionally lubricate pins, links, screws, and the turnbuckle assembly with water-displacing lubricant such as WD-40. Open the valve, add a few drops of oil into the air intake port, rotate the blade manually for corrosion protection, and close the valve.